welcome back. Now, you may recall in the last episode we covered a really crucial aspect, that being undertaking a shift in our entire perception of what cancer is to one that is in alignment with the truth of this disease. And we said that undertaking this leap in our understanding of cancer was absolutely crucial if we really want to begin achieving real and long-standing results in cancer. So if you didn't see that episode, go and check it out now, because today's episode follows on directly off the back of that one. Now today we are going to begin exploring some of the many benefits to making this shift in our perception of cancer. And to demonstrate this, we're going to use the example of two people, and we'll simply refer to them as person A and person B. And each of these individuals chooses to follow a very different route based on their perception of cancer. Now, person A follows the conventional standard approach to cancer in the modern time, that being the big three: surgery, chemo and radiation, and we'll refer to it here as the old model. And in line with that, he is led to believe, whether consciously or unconsciously, that his cells have turned against him somewhat with apparent malicious intent, and are now running rampant in his body. And this is a really scary thought for person A. And he is left feeling, why me? What did I do to deserve this diagnosis? And he finds himself in a place of feeling like the helpless victim. And naturally he is overwhelmed with fear. There is much despair and hopelessness. And he is also led to believe by many reports in the media, by the industry itself, that we're still waiting for a cure and for cancer, that it's this mystery disease, this killer disease, and all of these thoughts are certainly not helping him in his fear and in his despair. Now, in line with this, he believes that the only hope that he has is resorting to drugs, whether chemo or in the form of radiation, or perhaps surgery to help him to heal. And so in doing so, he hands his power away to the industries outside of him, the huge profit-driven industries, in the hope that they will be able to help him to heal. Now, the problem with this is that this entire approach that he's following is focused on the tumor. And we now know the tumor is simply the symptom. As a reminder, surgery is all about cutting out the tumor, chemo is using chemicals to annihilate the tumor, and radiation, of course, too, is focused on the tumor and shrinking it with radiation. And so this entire approach is quite simply focused on the wrong thing, because we know that symptom-based approaches can never yield long-standing results. And so because of this entire system cannot possibly offer person A long-term healing, because long-term healing only becomes a reality when we address the cause. And so he is left at best with managing his disease, with staying in a place of remission, hopefully, but always at the back of his mind dreading that this disease may one day relapse. And so poor old person A is overwhelmed with fear, struggling with concerns of his own mortality, and at the same time struggling with the harrowing side effects of these toxic treatments. And so, all in all, a very arduous journey that person A is undertaking. And I'm sure nobody would wish this on anyone. Okay, so let's now move to person B. Now, person B is diagnosed with cancer on the same day, and initially when he's diagnosed, he is also afraid. But fortunately, he soon learns the truth of what cancer is, and this new perception, this new empowering model of cancer. And in line with this, rather than believing that his body has turned against him, he learns that cancer is in effect a short-term survival mechanism. And so rather than falling into the state of feeling like a victim, he realizes that the tumor, which is a symptom, is a message that his body is sending him. A message that perhaps he hasn't been living in congruence with a vibrant, healthy, and balanced way of life. And a lesson from life, if you like, that it is time to make some changes. And so, understanding this, he adopts an attitude of acceptance, and he is encouraged that he can make changes and work with his body to help him to heal. He also learns that far from cancer being a mystery disease and that the cure is X number of years out there, the proverbial dangling of the carrot, that there is everything that he needs to heal himself from cancer right now. Everything we need to know is available for him right now. And so again, that boosts his feeling of real hope and real optimism for the future. Now, this attitude is in alignment with supporting his immune system to heal him at the very time that he needs it, as opposed to person A, who is full of despair and helplessness, whose state of mind is impeding what his immune system is trying to do on his behalf. Now, person B also learns that far from having the only option of having to resort to drugs and surgery, that he has been gifted with this magnificent healing capacity, his own body. This is something that each and every one of us has been gifted with, and person B realizes that he only needs to learn how to harness this magnificent healing capacity and restore his immune system to its original healing ability. And so he begins to play a very active role in his own healing and begins to make proactive changes in his lifestyle, in his stress levels, diet, etc. And he is further encouraged by the fact, knowing that all these changes he is making is addressing the cause. And so by addressing the cause, he can really look forward to long-standing results in cancer and true healing, and that he never needs to live in fear of a relapse. And so all in all, person B is excited about his future. He even embraces a whole new purpose in his life, and begins to embrace an everyday enhanced way of living. So there we have it. Two very different routes through cancer, two very different journeys. I'm sure it goes without saying that that person B follows a journey that is altogether more uplifting, more in alignment with promoting his own healing abilities, and altogether a more wise and purposeful response to the lessons, to the message that his body is sending him. So at the end of the day, of course, the choice is always yours, and however, we do hope that you see the many benefits to taking that shift in your perception and using this to your advantage, whether in healing from cancer, but also in using this knowledge to prevent cancer as well. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I look forward to connecting with you very soon.